all that stands in Vladimir Putin's way from fully conquering Mariúpol, a key prize for the Russians. The sprawling Azovstal steel plant, operating on this site for nearly a century, covering 4 square miles, 10 square kilometers, right on the Sea of Azov. It's a towering complex that normally employs 10,000 people, with a maze of tunnels, pipes, and shelters built to withstand a nuclear blast, all below ground and so vast that a pro-Russian commentator called it a city below a city. It is now a fortress for Ukrainian fighters and the civilians they're defending.
As far as we know, about 1,000 civilians still at the shelters at the plant.
Since the Russians launched their assault on the city in early March, the noose has tightened. This informational video from before the war shows how difficult a close-quarters fight would be in this huge plant full of manufacturing facilities, offices, and operations rooms. Putin has ordered his military to abandon plans to take the facility, instead telling his defense minister to seal it off so tightly, he said, that a fly cannot pass through.
This is a statement of convenience by President Putin. His forces were unable to really go in and take the steel plant, to take all of Mariúpol without suffering even worse casualties and even more damage to the force.
Ukrainian forces inside have said there are hundreds of wounded soldiers and civilians. They have pleaded with the international community to find them a way out, sheltering below ground with no natural light and little news. The children here are crying all the time. They want to play. They want to live, this woman said. They haven't even seen daylight for weeks. She said supplies are running low. The CEO of the company that owns the plant said that the underground shelters, which can hold 4,000 people, had been stocked with 2 to 3 weeks of food and water. The war started 2 months ago.
To be honest, I'm surprised they still have food and water there in the shelters, and we couldn't get any help into Mariúpol because the Russians did not allow us to do this humanitarian convoys into the city.
The prospects of holding the plant and Mariúpol look grim. Controlling it means Putin would control land stretching all the way from Crimea to western Russia, a long-held goal.
Even if Mariúpol falls and these poor people are killed and transported away, it doesn't mean that Russia will hold it. The Ukrainians are getting better and better organized, better and better equipped, and they are going to continue fighting.